Kellogg's in the morning. Kellogg's Air Sports Complex here in the Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada, field number 9. This is going to be the semifinal match in Bracket A, featuring the Semiahmoo Stingrays from Vancouver, British Columbia, who are just coming out on the field. They'll be going from right to left, and the Central Valley Soccer Academy, the Cyclones. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg G.K. Porter, along with Mr. Dan Turnbull on the camera. So shift colors. We are underway from Kellogg's Air. 30 minutes of soccer about to get ready to get played here. The head coach for the Semiahmoo Stingrays is Alex Watson. The assistant coach is John Nickel. And we're underway. The other assistant coach is Rod Sampson. And the team manager is Jackie McNeil. The keeper is Sydney Terrace. Number 2 at forward, the center forward is Nicole Lund. And a first save early in the match as the keeper, Sydney Terrace, makes the save. Number 3 at defender forward is Jamie May. Now I want to remind you, as you probably already see, or if you don't already see on the video, that the wind is blowing across the field from right to left, and it is blowing pretty hard. So that is going to be an effect in the contest. Number 4 at forward is Connie Watson. Number 5 at defender is Katie Ashley. Number 7 at defender is Sarah McNeil. Number 8 at defender is Leah Hine. Number 10 at midfield is Rachel Hunt. Number 12 is Natasha Nickel. Number 13 at midfielder defender is Jenna McDonald. Number 14 at midfield is Laura Sampson. Number 15 at midfielder is Catherine Hebselt. And number 18 at defender is Jordana Peters. And the injured player who's tried to play is Prab Hahil. For the Central Valley Soccer Academy, the Cyclones, they're head coached by Jazara Gillette. The team manager is Francisco Compama. The keeper is Chase De Benedetto. The backup will be Katie Bordeaux. Another save by Sydney Terrace. The defender, number 2, is Juliana Bohegian. And number 5, a defender is Morgan May. And number 6, defender sweeper is Rachel Ohanian. Number 9 at forward is Jasmine Carrion. Number 13 at forward is Mackenzie Clark. Number 14 at midfield is Katie Arcelis. Number 15 at forward or mid is Alyssa Nishikawa. Number 16 at forward is Gabrielle Giverts. Number 17 at forward is Kate Little. 18 at midfield is Alexis Campama. Number 19 at midfield is Christine Padilla. 20 at midfield is Sierra Fernandez. 22 at midfield is Rebecca Weimer. Number 28 at defender is Janelle Wilson. And number 51 is going to be Madison Hayworth. Going to be a set piece from the far side touchline. 0-0 is your score early in this match. We're in the 3rd minute of this match here at Kellogg's Air, field number 9. Not a soccer ball now is Padilla. Padilla loses the soccer ball. It goes back to Carrion. Carrion down to central, and then there was a touch and flicked to the outside by Rebecca Weimer. And into the corner now. With it is Hine. And that ball goes out of the near side touchline. It's going to be a throw-in for the Stingrays, the Semiahmoo Stingrays. Vancouver, British Columbia, in that area against the Central Valley Soccer Academy Cyclones from the Fresno Clovis area of Central California. Rachel Hunt, there was a touch there, but stolen away. That ball's over to Giverts, and then now a save by Terrace. Sydney comes off her line to her left and makes a save. And now we'll drive that ball down to central with a lot of wind here. And it is going now toward the defensive third. Knocked out of play by the Cyclones. And that's knocked out of play by Ohanian. Rachel Ohanian knocking it out. And it'll be a throw-in. It is semifinal game.
Again.
Natasha Nickel, I believe, is throwing the soccer ball in. Nickel into space there. They try to get a touch by Rebsel. And that ball goes out of play. Coach. And that ball across the 18-yard box now.
Jamie, take shot.
Trying to take a shot that time was Jamie May. May on it again. May in the box. May trying to get it again. And her teammate has it, takes a shot, and it's going to be short of the net. On the left side of the net. Okay. Do you guys have a number 11 out there? It looks like I saw a number 11. You guys, check and see.
Okay.
0-0 your score here in the first half on a windy morning here at Kellogg-Zaire Sports Complex. We're in the 6th minute of the match so far. 0-0, the Stingrays and the Cyclones. Oh, you told me it was Semiahmoo.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
A little correction on the pronunciation of the Stingrays is Semiahmoo rather than Semiahmoo. Just a little different pronunciation there for the Stingrays. Just given that change of pronunciation. And that ball now in is Central. Sampson. And actually that was Arcellus as they push it forward, and it's going to be an offsides call. So offsides call for the Cyclones trying to make the move in the attacking third. And so they'll have to give it up to a free kick for the Stingrays. Stingrays, of course, in a maroon, if you will, and black, and a white is, of course, the Central Valley Soccer Academy with the red numbers. That ball pushed to right at Sydney Terrace, and Terrace able to make the save and going to push it down the field. With the win, it's going to go a long distance, and it goes over the deep defender now. She has to race back. You really have a problem today. You have to judge it with the wind if you are going from left to right, because the team on the right is going to have, in this case in the first half, the Stingray is going to have the advantage. And now that ball pushed into the corner now. Here's Giverts. Giverts and a save by Terrace. Terrace makes a save as Giverts a bid. And on a couple of bounces now. Push it into the center circle in a 0-0 match. The semifinal one in bracket A. We believe as the day goes on, this wind might settle down a little bit. No doubt it will get warmer. It was pretty nice and warm yesterday, in the 80s yesterday, and then after about 2 o'clock it started cooling down, but not super dramatically. It was just a wonderful day yesterday. For the whole day, it really didn't have any wind. This is the first day out of the 3, really, since we've been here, that we've gotten early wind like this. The northwest section of Las Vegas, Nevada, the Mayor's Cup 2009, the 10th annual. Kellogg's in the morning, Kellogg-Zaire Sports Complex on the near side. For LangevinProductions.com. I'm Greg G.K. Porter, along with Dan Turnbull on the camera. We got some substitutions coming in. for the Stingrays. Got to get some fresh players in. Nicole Lund is into the contest now. Jenna McDonald is into the contest and nearly tried to get the ball there. He goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. In the 0-0 match. Take a look at the time, and we're probably at about the 9th minute now of the match. They throw it in, trying to get it out of their own defensive third, but coming in and pinching in that time quickly was Weimer, and Terras is able to make the save as that ball directed right at her, and she makes the save. And to the wide side now, Nishikawa. Nishikawa pushed it by her teammate Arcelis, and now it comes on over to Padilla. Padilla pushing it back, and it goes back to Carry On. Carry On push it on the wide side of Kampama. Kampama's pass intercepted now, and it goes over to Padilla. Padilla pushing it forward, looking for Weimer. Weimer back on the soccer ball. Weimer now pushing it in an 18-yard box, but City Terrace comes way at the top of the box and makes the save.
Ready, forward!
Down to Central goes Terrace, the keeper, trying to get somebody to run onto it. But again, the Cyclones having the possessions here in the first half. And a runner on the near side, Jasmine Carry On. Carry On throwing it into the corner. The attacking third outside the 18-yard box now for Giverts. Giverts on the soccer ball. Giverts turns, finds a teammate who strikes it. And a save by Terrace again. Just in front of the striker that time. Nice presence of mind in the space there to get to that soccer ball before the on-rushing attacker. Still 0-0 in his semifinal match. It's a good one so far. On the counterattack, Jenna McDonald. McDonald goes after the soccer ball. She's got her teammate now who has it, and that's Jamie May. May trying to retrieve it. May still on the soccer ball. May now into the 18-yard box. Got a player there. And can she continue on? Yes, and it goes outside of the 18-yard box now. And it goes out of play. They had Nicole Lund in the 18-yard box all alone, but at the last moment, the Cyclones able to get a defender to cover into space and route that ball out to the wide on that last sequence. Bohegian and company now trying to get a counterattack going, but it's intercepted right there. Nicely done. But now to give it away, here comes the Cyclones, but take it away in their own defensive third and 18-yard box by the Stingrays. And Semiahmoo will have their opportunities here for a free kick. All the way up to Lund. Lund couldn't handle it that time. They intercepted and sent it toward the 18-yard box. And coming out way off her line is Terras, but she has to be careful and retreat back. Got plenty of players in the space for Semiahmoo.
That's it, Jamie.
And the Stingrays now going after it, trying to push it up the field, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. 0-0 match. Kellogg Zayer Sports Complex. Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada. And a foul there. It'll be a free kick. Wind somewhat dying down a little bit. It was really strong at the beginning of the game.
Nicole, way down there, right down to the last defender. Jamie, get down there.
That making it very comfortable from the visitors from across the border. The hotter it gets, the more it plays in the area and the nature for Central Valley Soccer Academy. CVSA trying to get something going here, the Cyclones. CVSA has to retreat back because here comes the Stingrays, and it goes to the center circle, the midfield. CVSA now on the run, and the Cyclones now have an offsides called against them. Free kick for the Stingrays. Semiahmoo in the Vancouver area in his semifinal game of Bracket A. The girls under 14. Mayor's Cup, the 10th annual, 2009, and that ball goes out of play on the near side touchline. Going to be a throw-in now in a 0-0 match. Leah Hine is going to throw it in. Hine throws it in, looking for Lund, and that ball is knocked out of play, and it'll be a throw-in again. As we continue to work towards halftime. And right now, we're at the 14th minute of the match. And a whiff, and it's going to be a quick retreat back for the Stingrays, and they do. And they push it out to the wide, which definitely helps them out to retreat back down the field. CVSA Cyclones trying to continue the offensive attack, and they're going to get their opportunity here now. A foul on the play. Rebecca Weimer. Weimer is going to take it for the Cyclones. Weimer directs it, got a player there into some space, but she's dispossessed at the last moment. Taken away in the 18-yard box. And they'll have to recollect again. And now they're going to have to retreat back as the ball hit the hand, a hand ball, and it'll be a free kick outside the center circle in a 0-0 match. The semifinal one, all the way down. Ohanian and company push it up the field. But it goes all the way back to the sweeper. That time, Peters, the central defender, goes out of play. Lastly, touchdown by CVSA, the Cyclones. Stingrays throw it in. Semiahmoo on the run, on the wide. They've got looking for Lund down the central, and she can't get to it in time. As Diminadetto able to get to that soccer ball. Chase up the field, but it's intercepted there. It was intercepted momentarily by Rachel Hunt, but she couldn't retrieve it after the carom, so they go back up the field now. Here's Katie Arcelis. Arcelis on the left flank. Arcelis cuts inside. Arcelis strikes it, looking for a runner on a back post, and she loses the soccer ball. The run by Kampama, and Kampama's body was going too fast and just pushed that ball past the goal line. Substitutions now for the Cyclones. CVSA. Jassar Gillette wants to get some fresh players in. And we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball, as they have 3 of them come in. And now the Semiahmoo Stingrays want to get some fresh players in. The goal kick in the 0-0 match. The semifinal one. The 17th minute of the match. They play 30 in the first half. Off to Karam now. Carry on. Carry on battling again for the soccer ball. Wins it over to Wilson. Wilson now got a teammate there and is going to sweep it out to the wide. Get it over to Kampama. Kampama on the run. Kampama in the corner. Kampama now being marked heavily that time by Hine, but able to strike it toward the central, looking for a player there. That was Hayworth who overran it. Hayworth's on it again, and a foul by Madison Hayworth. And it'll be a free kick for the Stingrays. Surrey, British Columbia area. White Rock Beautiful place up there if you've ever been to Vancouver, British Columbia. And of course, it is the home of the Winter Olympics coming up very, very soon. And that ball goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for Semiahmoo. In here on defensive third. Try to move it up the field. Off of a bounce. On the near side, and can't quite get to it, is Lund, but it was knocked out by Carry-On. 0-0 your score. In the 19th minute, unofficially, the center ref has the official time on the field. And we just like to keep track of it a little bit. All the way down to Taras. She left foots it. Not as much of the wind action that she can use now. And they're going to be on the run here on the counterattack. Retreating back is Hayworth. Hayworth now on the outside, the left defensive side, and pushing it up that left flank. They've got a runner now, and that's Arcelis, Katie Arcelis. Arcelis on the move, but routed off the soccer ball by Katie Ashley. Katie Ashley, nice defensive play into space to attack, to take care of Arcelis. However, they throw it in. Still in the attacking third, try to get to the box. Try to push it forward was Janelle Wilson, and it was stripped away. In the central, Wilson again coming to the soccer ball, and she has more weight there over Watson, was able to win it, but it went backwards, not in the direction that she wanted. On the outside, Hayworth on the long ball, looking for somebody to run onto it. She's got a player there, that's Clark. Clark on the wide, but that ball goes out of play, routed off nicely there by Sierra McNeil. So McNeil protecting and covering well in that space, and they now have another substitution with two players coming in for CVSA. The Cyclones all knotted up here with the Stingrays at 0-0. And we are now in the 21st minute. That shot and a save by Taras. No problems on that shot. On a bounce. All the way down to Bohanian. And a foul into space. And it's going to be a free kick. Ashley trying to get a teammate to run onto it. It was intercepted and sent back up the field with Fernandez. Down the left flank. Fernandez still trying to get another strike onto it. Couldn't do it. Taken away nicely. The defenders of the Stingrays. And now that ball is pushed all the way toward the back line. And a shot, a save! And the last ball by Taras. Fernandez says, you made a mistake. I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to take a shot. But Sydney Taras had the presence of mind to protect her post and reached out and protected that ball from going inside the net there. And we're still at 0-0. But they have a set piece. A CK in the top of the 18-yard box. Can the defenders of the Stingrays be able to get it out of there? And they do. And they route it out to the near side touchline. Throw in. Back in the 18-yard box. Still racing after it, and Taras is able to get to it. Ranging over to her right. So they avert that big offensive opportunity for CVSA. And it's going to be now a foul at the 23rd minute of the first half. And a free kick now. Free kick for CVSA, Central Valley Soccer Academy, the Cyclones. Again on the offensive mindset, trying to put one in the back of the net. Off the Karam. They get it again. Again, off of a player. And now they strike it towards Saras, and she makes a save. Had a player running at her that time. Very, very close. If she gave up a rebound, it probably would have been back in the net. Only the player deep in the back. Ohania retreating back for CBSA. In that central area. Now is Repsol sending it out to the wide. Getting it over to Sampson. Chasing after it into space, though, was Kate Little. And it goes out of play. Substitutions coming in, and we are in the 23rd minute already.
Jenna.
Only about 6 minutes or so. Center ref has the official time in his semifinal match in the first half. Natasha Nickel into the contest. Rachel Hunt is into the contest. And if I miss one, we'll mention him as they touch a soccer ball, as always, on the substitutions on your LangevinProductions.com. Check us out on YouTube. And into space. Push that ball all the way to midfield now. In his center circle. Pushing it up. CBSA to Cyclones. All the way down to the 18-yard box. And it caroms. That could be dangerous, but getting back to it nicely that time was Jordana Peters. Peters raced after the soccer ball after it caromed off a player by in the kick by Sydney Terras. Now, and Terras makes a save as they do get one through, but no problem in the 6-yard box for Sydney. Driving it down to Central, intercepted by Janelle Wilson. Wilson now trying to keep the attack going for CBSA. And that ball goes out of play in the near side touchline. It'll be a throw in for Semiahmoo. 0-0 score. Now in the 26th minute of the match. About maybe 3.5, 4 minutes left in the first half. Which team will put one in the back of the net? Trying to do it right now. CBSA, they have a runner, Hayworth, and it is offsides call. And it'll be a free kick. They had a run there, but they were offsides on a play. Hope you're enjoying this girls under 14 match. I'm Greg G.K. Porter with Dan Man on the camera, Dan Turnbull. Have two Dan Mans. The other guy's an announcer like me. We don't see him that much. He's very, very busy, executive type guy. Pushed out to the wide, and now going to the interior, down to Central with a shot, but that's going to be way wide of the net. Nishikawa, Alyssa Nishikawa, and the only advantage on a play like that is that she shortens the length of time left in the half. Her team is not ahead and they're not behind, but shortens the opportunity for the other club at the 27th minute of the match. That ball pushed out of the defensive third all the way up the field over Lund, and only one in the deep back. Just barely across midfield as again, CBSA reducing the size of the field, and a quick turn that time by Alyssa Nishikawa, but no problem for Sydney Terras. Off the bounce now, retreating back, Ohanian, and she's got her teammate, Carry On, helping out. Carry On pushing it up. Got a teammate to carry that ball over to a runner from the back. But standing right there tall is Rachel Hunt. But they're able to win it again, and Nishikawa pushed it down on a long ball on the right flank. She's got a runner, that's Giverts. Giverts in the box, takes a shot. It carries to the white side, and they can't get anybody to run onto it. Kate Little on the outside. Pushing it back up to Hayworth. Back in the box again. And it goes past the goal line. So the Semiahmoo Stingrays averting a big opportunity there as time running out in the first half. 28th minute of the first half. Sydney Taras, the keeper, pushing that ball up forward, but Hayworth will be able to throw it in. Madison Hayworth will throw it in for CBSA. No, she will not, as the center ref gave the one signal and then changed his mind. So it'll be a throw in for Semiahmoo Stingrays. And now they will get the opportunity to throw it in. They want to continue keeping the pressure on here in the first half with the waning moments left in the 29th minute, about a minute or so left. Ball goes out of play, and now they're going to get the chance to throw it in, the Stingrays. And that'll do it for the first half. It is 0-0 in his semifinal bracket A of the girls 14 at the 10th annual Mayor's Cup of Las Vegas, Nevada. The Downtown Las Vegas Soccer Club sponsoring it, and we hope you're enjoying all the action. You'll see what the coaches are saying to their players at halftime, and then we'll be back with the second half of this semifinal match. Stick with us. Action set to get underway here in the second half, as it's going to be going from right to left. Left to right. Right to left is going to be the Cyclones, and left to right is going to be the Semiahmoo Stingrays. 0-0 is your score in the semifinal match, bracket A of the girls under 14 category. Mayor's Cup 2009. CVSA, Cyclones throwing it in on the far side. And it's, I guess, a handball there, and so it's going to be a free kick. Neither team able to put it in the back of the net. Let's see what happens here in the second half. As if you've ever watched soccer, it's all about two halves. One half can be different than the other. On the far side, pushing it down there as I carry on. For the Cyclones into the 18-yard box, but nicely done. Getting there was Repsel to get it out of there. However, the Cyclones again toward the box, and it's pushed out of that box. Pushing up is Carry On, a service into the box, but it's an offsides call. Unless there was a foul on the play as a handball, so it's going to be a foul with a free kick. Thought it might be offsides, but it is not. It is a handball. Free kick now for the Semiahmoo Stingrays to midfield. Trying to get to it that time was Rachel Hunt. She did not. But now they push it up across midfield, but Bohegian pushing it back. Central Valley Soccer Academy on the ball, Nishikawa, and that ball is up forward towards Clark. Clark trying to get it, Clark wins it. Clark for the Cyclones, her teammate whips it into the 18-yard box, but it's swept out of there quickly. Kampama putting it in the box. There's carry on a service, and that ball goes past the goal line. Carry on a run here in the second half. In the third minute of this second half, and you start adding them up. The 33rd minute of the match. 60 minutes they play on a substitution for CVSA. Central Valley Soccer Academy out of the Fresno area. And they've got Katie Arcelis back into the match with Carry On now. Carry On continuing to push forward, but she's getting resistance by Jenna McDonald into space. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Nice job by Jenna McDonald into space there. As Carry On trying to get ahead of steam on the outside. That right flank of their offense. Going to be a throw-in now. And an illegal throw-in, so the giveaway, and that's a big giveaway, the defensive third. Here goes the CVSA Cyclones now, going to try to get it in the 18-yard box. They got a player on the outside, Giverts, service, and then it goes right to Terras as she's able to make the save, and a player kind of bumped her but didn't get called for a card. That sometimes can happen. And not quite enough of a bump that time. It was kind of instantaneous, both Terras and the striker that time. So no card. To the center circle now with Carry On. Carry On. And now it is Bohegian. And they have a runner there. That's Giverts. Giverts on the outside. Giverts still trying to get it, but rounding her off the soccer ball that time is Hunt. Rachel Hunt being tough into space. Not allowing Giverts to turn or to get a service on the play. Big defensive play in the 35th minute of the match. Plenty of time here in the second half. 0-0 match, the semifinal one. Kellogg's in the morning for you. Kellogg's Air Sports Complex, field number 9. Sydney Terras. All the way up and trying to get it up to the midfield line, but Carry On pushed it forward, and then now it is pushed out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. CVSA, the Cyclones have the soccer ball again, going toward the attacking third, and a service across the mouth of the 18-yard box, a shot on a goal! I believe it was Alicia Nishikawa, number 15. If I'm not mistaken, it scored a goal. We'll have to try and verify, but I believe it was Nishikawa. That was all alone and put that one in the back of the net. And so it is 1-0. That goal scored in the 34th minute of the match. And we have a 1-0 lead here in the semifinal match in favor of the Central Valley Academy Cyclones. They had a player unguarded that time, and it resulted in a goal. on the outside as he pushes it down the field into the 18-yard box, looking for Lund and didn't get there. And now here's a shot, a tough one, top of the crossbar, and another chance here in the 18-yard box. Oh, that was so close. That trajectory looked right on Lund and just missed it. Hit the top of the crossbar, and we would have had a tie score here. On the outside there, Sampson pushing it all the way down the field, looking that time for Watson. It didn't get to her, but here they go again. As Watson going after it is knocked out, as retreating back is Christine Padilla in his space for CVSA. So the Stingrays now with a throw in into the attacking third. Looking for Lund. Got it to a teammate here in the 38th minute of the match. Looking for Lund again in the central. Will she get to it? Will not. But they've got a player on the near side racing after it, and it goes out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in. Katie Arcelis, and now they got a player in the central, but Taras able to get to that ball before Gabrielle Giverts can get to it. And now pushing it up down to central, but a lot of pressure that time for Rachel Hunt, as there was Kampama. And there's Nishikawa down to central, but Taras able to make the save. No problem that time, plenty of time and space. And a keeper over Nishikawa, but on the near side, ranging over to get it, is Morgan May, and that ball goes out of play. 1-0 is your score. Central Valley Soccer Academy Cyclones leading the Semiahmoo Stingrays of Vancouver. As we are now in the 39th minute of the match.
Stay under, Jordana. Good one.
That ball is won by the Cyclones in the 18-yard box. Trying to handle it, Kampama pushes it toward the central, and a shot that time, and who gets to it? The keeper does, Terras. Sydney had to go over to get that soccer ball. And the striker was right there also, and they had a serious collision. But thankfully, neither one of them is seriously hurt, and the save was made. Christine Padilla was right there at the doorstep, and Padilla, who was just kind of flexing her leg a little bit there after the collision, trying to chase it down right in that space. Substitutions now coming in for the Semiahmoo Stingrays. Now coming in is Leah Hine and also Jamie May. (1-0) CVSA, the Cyclones from Central California, Fresno area leading in this match. The semifinal one of Bracket A. 10th minute, Mayor's Cup 2009. I'm Greg G.K. Porter along with Dan Turnbull on the camera, and a shot and a goal. Two 0, I believe that was Gabrielle Giverts. Giverts at the corner. And that is 2-0. They've got a couple fresh players coming in, and now as they have been able to put a couple in the back of the net here in this semifinal game, you've got your work cut out for you if you're the Semiahmoo Stingrays. As you're down by 2, 1 is one thing, but 2 is another. And you are in the 12th of the minute of the second half, which means the 42nd minute of the match. Only play 60. So there are about 17, 18 minutes left to go. Official time kept by the center ref, but down 2-0. And on it now is Weimer. Rebecca Weimer, they're in the box again for another score. And all of a sudden the floodgates have opened up. As Alexis Kampama scoring the goal. And Central Valley Soccer Academy, the Cyclones lead 3-0. Unguarded players here in the second half, and it's creating a problem for the Stingrays in his semifinal. Still a lot of time, but they're going to have to start getting some quick goals. And of course, it's not going to be easy because now in the second half, as the wind tries to kick up a little bit more, it is in the favor of the Central Valley Soccer Academy. And they're going to continue to use it. Sydney Taras being able to make the save. A rather close game in the first half, but it is turned around in the second half. As I mentioned at the outset of the second half, a tale of two halves it can be. That is a tricky part of soccer. Football in most countries, the ball with the geometric designs is the one they're chasing down in the center of the field. As after it now is Jamie May. May now still trying to stay on it, but carry on. Dispossesses her and is out to the wide now. Carry on with a run. Her pass intercepted, but follows it up and is looking for Gibberts. And that ball goes out of play. (3-0) as they're bringing in another substitution. CVSA in the 44th minute now of the match. And we will mention those names as they touch that soccer ball. In the corner, got a runner, Nishikawa. She tried to bend it back, and it was knocked past the goal line. Knocked past the goal line that time by Natasha Nickel. And fortunately, Nickel was there. Otherwise, with the momentum going to the right for Taras, that ball would have went in the back of the net. In the 18-yard box now. And that pass goes past the goal line. So it is still 3-0. The win is in favor of the CVSA in the second half. And they are going to use it in the 45th minute of the match. And they're substituting freely here, second half. Kellogg's Air Soccer Complex, Summerlin section, Las Vegas. And that ball pushed out of their own defensive third.
Good one, Catherine. There you go.
The Stingrays now. And Central. May. May goes down. And with it is Ohanian. Ohanian sweeping it out to the wide, looking for carry on. And that ball goes out of play. '46th minute of the match now. And time is not the ally, obviously, of the Stingrays who are down in this match. They have to really keep the ball in the field of play, and they've got to try to get it in the back of the net, and they got to try to do that in a hurry. Not a lot of time left to try to get 3 goals to tie it, to take it into extra time, overtime. Actually be more like overtime, because extra time is if you got an injured player. That ball goes out of play to far side touchline. towards the 18-yard box in the corner. And really, if you're the Semiahmoo Stingrays, you can't really afford to have it in your own defensive half that much, and definitely not in your own defensive third. But continuing on, CVSA, the Cyclones keeping the pressure on. Set piece. And no problem that time. They try to redirect it. I believe it was Giverts trying to run in front of that keeper, Taras. And the 47th minute of the match. Coming up there and striking that soccer ball was Ohanian, who has played quite well as a central defender. Had a lot of responsibility in this match, especially in the first half with that wind action. And they've got a couple of players coming in. CVSA, 13 and 19, Jenna McDonald, or take that back, Mackenzie Clark and Christine Padilla into the contest. Clark and Padilla for the Cyclones. But now the substitution's coming in for Semiahmoo. And that is Katie Ashley coming into the contest. Some reason not given a number 17. We'll have to find out who that is. And I believe Nicole Lund, number 17.
That's Prab. That's our injured player. She's
going
for it.
Prab is into the contest. Prab Hahil, I believe, is the last name. And she is number 17. We mentioned she's got the foot injury, but she wants to try it anyway. They take a shot and they miss it on a far post. (3-0) your score.
Keep moving, Nick.
Boys falling away here in the fourth game of this tournament. Fifth game of the tournament, 4 yesterday and then 1 today. The 19th minute of the second half, and that would be the 49th minute of the game. And a foul. So it's going to be a free kick. Rachel Ohanian. Ohanian now.
Sierra, look at number 17.
Ohanian drives it at the keeper. Taras gives up a rebound but gets to it before Mackenzie Clark can do so. Pretty good shot. Taras able to handle the line drive shot. And May fouled on the play, so it is now going to be another opportunity. And this is going to be taken by Ohanian again. Rachel want to try it again. And a sweeper's drive this time, and it gets between the wall, but the save made by Sydney Taras. And a Vancouver native pushing it all the way up the field. It goes out of play. Lastly, touchdown by Nicole Lund. Going to be a throw-in or a substitution first. And coming out is Morgan May for CVSA. There in the 51st minute. Throwing it in is number 51, Madison Hayworth. Hayworth for CVSA trying to get somebody to run onto it. Clark was there, and then it's struck by Kate Little, and making the save right in front of Kate Arcelius was Sydney Taras, all the way up the field. Hayworth gets it to a teammate. And then coming over to is Fernandez. Fernandez down the central. They've got a teammate there in Arcelius. And trying to get another one to run onto it. Padilla, and it goes past the goal line. 3-0 is your score here in the 52nd minute of the semifinal match of Bracket A. Not hardly any time to try and make up a 3-goal lead, but amazing things have happened in soccer before. But if that's going to happen, if you're the visitors from Vancouver, British Columbia, the Stingrays, you've got to get at it, and you got to get at it in a hurry. Taking a shot, and you can't give up another one in a corner. Nice save that time by Taras. And Sherbani was ranging over to the right. It gave up a rebound, but fortunately for the Stingrays, was touched by the Cyclones, trying to follow up the rebound. 53rd minute unofficially. Right now, and a foul, and it'll be a free kick. The Semiahmoo Stingrays need to crank it up quickly. The visitors from Vancouver making it to the semifinals have played a good tournament here, but they are minutes away from not being able to make it to the final. And that would mean CBSA out of Bracket A will be playing Bracket B, and they'll go over to Betty Wilson Field, number 8, for the final. The girls under 14. Into the far side. Carrion, who's played well. Not able to proceed any further, but she'll throw it in. Got some players on a wide side. It's Mackenzie Clark. Clark gets it over to Little, and they draw it back. Eating up time off the clock. Janelle Wilson back to Carry On. They play the passing game now. Not worried about putting it in the back of the net. They have a player there that's going to take a left-footed shot, and a save is made. Arcelius taking a shot, or Arcelius. That ball pushed up forward. And struck by Lund, trying to switch it to the far side. Looking for May. May is in the area. Jamie May can't get to it. And that ball ranges over to Christine Padilla. And it goes out of play. In the 55th minute of a 60-minute match. And trying to maybe at least get one goal. Chances of winning it are pretty much remote now, but maybe just try to put one in the back of the net in this semifinal match. But if you're retreating back still, you're going to have a hard time doing that. And in the left flank, they still have it. They push it toward the 18-yard box, but that ball was out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. The 56th minute of the match.
Hey girls, let's go.
The Stingrays have played a good tournament too, coming down here to Las Vegas, Nevada, dealing with the heat and the distractions, and have played well. But it's not in the cards to make it to the semifinals or to the final yet, unless they can come up with an amazing amount of goals in a short period of time. The 56th minute of the match. CBSA has played well though, and this is why they're ahead. They've done it all here in the second half. A 0-0 first half, as you remember. Goes off the side of the net. Wholesale changes though coming in for the Stingrays. Jordana Peters is coming in. Catherine Hebsel is coming in. And also Kylie Watson is coming in. And I'll tell you one thing, we've been able to do a couple Canadian teams in this tournament, and really the Canadian youth women's soccer just continues to get better and better as we notice each year that we come out here, and not just here, any other big tournaments. The Surf Cup, they were there. They continue to get better and better. And the Surf Cup is one of the biggest tournaments in the country, so building a better Canadian national team on a women's side is what is happening. Regardless of what happens this morning on the score. The 58th minute of the match in the 18-yard box. Hebsel, and then they take a shot, and no problem for Sydney Taras. Plenty of time and space. If you're the maroon and black, you'd like to just try to put one in the back of the net. Your own mindset here, but you got to get it out of your own half. And now you're going to give up a free kick by Rachel Ohanian. 58th minute of the match. Only goes 60. Intercept. Well, no, they get it over to Clark, and they get it over to another teammate, and that happened to be Kate Little for a shot. And Taras, fortunately, did not give up a rebound because they had another player at the doorstep. Push it up the field to Lund, Nicole Lund. And they win it again, and that's Fernandez. And a central, all retreating back is Carrion. Jasmine Carrion has played a good game, pushing it up to Ohanian. Along that right flank, Janelle Wilson. Center ref will be looking at his watch. Not ready to call this one. And send CVSA to the final of the girls under 14 bracket for bracket A. And Mayor's Cup 2009. Primarily been a good game though today. Under windy conditions, and undoubtedly that's kind of changed the nature of the game a little bit. But that's what you got to deal with. You got to deal with the weather conditions no matter what. You get out here in the desert and the wind can kick up on you. Christine Padilla off the set piece. Intercepted, but they got Mackenzie Little, and it goes past the side of the net. And that's going to do it. In a semifinal match, the Central Valley Soccer Academy Cyclones win this one 3-0 over the Semiahmoo Stingrays from Vancouver, British Columbia. This side of the Winter Olympics Cup coming. They played a good game, but they, in the second half, found a barrage of goals in the back of the net. And so CBSA Cyclones will continue on to the final over at Brady Wilson Soccer Complex. We will have some interviews and closing comments from the match today in just a moment. Greg Porter back here with the Stingrays, the Semiahmoo Stingrays out of Vancouver, British Columbia, and you are?
Katie Ashley.
Katie, talk about this whole tournament. What position you play again?
Inside and outside defender.
Okay.
It was really fun because you got to like bond with your team, and playing soccer against like all the people from other countries is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really fun.
Alrighty. Good deal, good deal. This was one of those matches where, you know, it's a 0-0 at the end of the first half, and basically what'd your coach tell you about the second half?
Well, we were bunching up a little bit, and our first touch wasn't very good, and they were a little quicker than we were.
Okay.
And so they just got to the ball first.
Okay.
Yeah.
What school you go to, and do you have a favorite subject or teacher over there?
Elgin Park Secondary.
Okay.
And my favorite subject is math.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Let me talk to your teammate in Central, and you are?
Kylie Watson,
Okay. Kylie, what position you play out there?
forward.
All right. Talk about this whole experience, this tournament, and that.
It was fun playing against the other teams from different places because we haven't played them before, so that was really fun.
So you learned a whole bunch about this experience playing over here in Vegas for the next time if you come over here.
Yeah, we learned a lot and it was fun.
Okay. What school you go to? You got a favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to Earl Marriott and I like science.
So that's a good thing. And let me talk to your teammate to the outside, and your?
I'm Nicole Lundy.
Okay. Nicole, talk about this whole experience for you, this tournament.
It's been a great opportunity for us to come see the caliber of the girls' soccer here, and it's just been a fun experience.
It really is. What will you take with you about this experience for the future?
Just everything we've learned here, just how to play and how things are done.
All right. Sounds good. What school you go to, and what's your favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to Semiahmoo Secondary, and my favorite subject's life skills.
Sounds good to me. One last thing, a shout out to anybody watching this video.
My family and friends.
All right.
I don't know, anyone.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Joe.
All right. All right, girls, thank you very much, and good luck. Have safe travels, okay?
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Some more of the Stingrays here from Vancouver, British Columbia, and you're?
Sierra
Okay, what's your last name, Sierra?
McNeil.
Okay. Sierra, talk about your experience over here in this tournament in Vegas.
It's been awesome. We've got to play against many different teams and see many different things and go shopping.
All right. Sounds good. Always good for women to have the opportunity to shop. Okay, well, what school you go to?
Earl Marriott.
Favorite subject?
Earl Marriott Secondary, and my favorite subject would be English.
Okay, it's a good thing. All righty, well, let me talk to your teammate in the Central, and you are?
Jordana Peters.
Okay, Jordana, talk about this tournament for you.
Well, it was a lot of fun because we got to play against a lot of different teams from the U.S. because we're from Canada. So that was a really fun experience for us,
Builds up you guys' program, doesn't it?
I guess. Yeah.
Get better and better, your club. All right, good. What school you go to?
I go to Semiahmoo Secondary.
You got a favorite subject or teacher over there?
I really like English. 'Cause I really
Sounds good. It's a good thing to have. And you are?
I'm Leah Hine.
Okay. Leah, talk about what position you play out there, and just talk about this tournament.
I play left outside defense, and this tournament has been really fun because we got to see all the different skills that other teams have, and we got to develop as a team and play good.
Alrighty, what school you go to, and what's your favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to Holy Cross Regional High School, and my favorite subject's drama.
Good deal. I was a drama guy in high school. I had some fun. Anyways, girls, go ahead and do your shout out.
Our shout out?
Yeah, shout out to your parents or anybody watching this video.
I'd like to shout out to my best friend Kennedy back home and my adorable little brother.
All right.
I really want to thank the parents for coming out and supporting us, even though it's really early in the morning.
I want to thank my mom for bringing me all out here and my friends because they wished me luck, and yeah.
And you guys had some real good luck. Just didn't win it, but you had some real good luck. All righty. Well, girls, safe travels back and take care. We hope to see you again.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. All righty. And you're?
I'm Jamie May.
Okay. Jamie, talk about what position you play out there and just expound about the tournament.
I like the tournament. It's fun. I was forward.
forward's fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
What will you take specifically from this experience?
Definitely the sun. I love sun, and the sun's really nice. And we don't really get it a lot in Vancouver.
Lots of rain up there, huh?
Yep.
All right, well, that's good. Let me talk to you, first of all, before I do that, what school you go to and your favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to Elgin Park Secondary, and I would have to say that my favorite subject right now is socials, and my teacher's Mr. Ellett, and he's really cool.
Okay. All right, sounds good. And you are?
My name is Sydney Terrace.
Okay. Sydney, you were the keeper, obviously. You got the different jersey there. Played a great game, but talk about this whole experience.
It was really great because we all improved a lot, and we got to see how other countries play, and it was just really fun.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys are looking forward to bigger and better things in the future as a club team, right?
Yeah, we really want to improve, work on our passing, and in this tournament, I think we played the best. So.
You guys really did well. What school you go to and a favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to Holy Cross, and it's a private school, and my favorite subject is science, actually. Yeah.
Great things from science. You girls want to give a shout out to anybody watching this video?
Mom. Hi, Mom. Yay.
Thank you, Mom, for coming with me and supporting me. You're awesome. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, girls, and safe travels going back home, all right, across the border there.
Thanks.
And let's see if we have any more. The coaches, maybe a player or two left here. And here they come. Got another game going on behind us already. And you are?
Jenna
What's your last name, Jenna?
McDonald.
Jenna, talk about this whole experience, this tournament, just coming over here to Vegas, just being down here.
It was fun, and it was nice meeting other people from way different places, like California.
It's kind of cool. It's an international tournament. So, a lot of tournaments aren't international, but this one definitely is. You get clubs from all over the place.
Yeah.
That's right. What school you go to and a favorite subject or teacher at that school?
I go to Burnsview North Delta, and my favorite is math.
Okay. Good deal. And you are?
Proud.
And you got in towards the very end of the game because you had an injury. Talk about what gave you the motivation to just try and run on it and trying to deal with it.
Well, it was really hard sitting on the bench and watching my team lose and down 3-0. So I was kind of sore, but I just kind of decided to go and help out.
That's fantastic. That's really great, and that's what makes a team. TEAM. That's the difference. And I know you guys have worked hard and all that kind of stuff. What will you take from your experience other than not being able to play?
Well, I think our team proved ourselves a lot better than we thought we were, and it was a good learning experience for us. And maybe next year when we come again, we can do a lot better and maybe make it into the finals.
Tell you what, you guys, the Canadian teams are doing better and better, as I see, keep coming to this tournament. What school you go to? And when you got a favorite subject or teacher there as we fight to win here?
I go to Semiahmoo Secondary, and my favorite subject would be PE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, one last real quick shout out to anybody watching this video at home.
Hi.
All right.
We miss you guys all, and I hope you guys enjoyed our soccer game.
Well, thank you very much, and safe travels, girls.
Thank you.
And you are?
Natasha.
What's your last name, Natasha?
Nickel.
Okay. Natasha, tell us about your experience in this tournament.
Well, it was cool to watch and play against all the different countries and everything, and yeah, it was pretty fun too.
Okay. So is there anything you will take from this experience that you can use in playing soccer the rest of the way?
Just playing against different people and learning a whole bunch of different things from the different types of soccer that they play.
All right. Sounds good. What school you go to and what subject?
Earl Marriott and I think science.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Laura Sampson.
Okay. Laura, talk about this experience coming down here.
It's been really fun, and I've learned a lot because they play differently than we do, all the different countries.
All right. Okay. Any specific thing you're going to take with you that you've learned maybe within your teammates or just playing soccer?
Just to be more aggressive, and that's really all.
All righty. Yeah, they can get pretty aggressive out there. I saw that. What school you go to is a favorite subject or teacher over there?
Semi and art.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Catherine Ripselch.
And talk about your experience in this tournament.
I think it was fun, just being here and stuff.
All right. Okay. Is there anything you will take with you that you learned so that you can be a better player and enjoy the sport more?
I think I just learned to pass a little bit more and control it and stuff. Yeah.
All righty. What school you go to? You got a favorite subject or teacher over there?
I go to EMS, and my favorite subject is English.
Good deal. And let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
I'm Rachel Hunt.
Okay. Rachel, talk about this experience in this tournament.
I thought it was lots of fun just to meet different people from different states and stuff. Yeah.
That's life experiences that you can't put a dollar figure on. Talk about anything that you're going to try to use that you learned from this tournament and playing soccer.
Well, I'm going to continue to be more aggressive and try to put more pressure on the ball and the people. And yeah.
Okay, sounds good. What school do you go to and favorite subject or teacher at that school?
I go to Elgin Park Secondary, and my favorite subject is English.
Alrighty. Girls, lastly, and I'll start with you. Shout out to anybody watching this video.
Alyssa your show. My best friend. I miss you. Yeah.
Sounds good.
My best friend Maddie. You rock.
Alright.
My friends and family. Yeah.
My friends and family.
Alrighty. Okay, well, girls, have safe travels going back, and hope to see you in the future. Your head coach.
I am.
And you are?
I'm Alex Watson.
Okay. Alex, talk about just all the hard work it took, first of all, to make this thing happen, and then secondly, what you actually saw as development from your girls and just everything.
Well, I credit our manager, Jackie McNeil, for putting this whole trip together. Jackie's probably put a good 3 months' work planning it, and it's gone off without a hitch. It's been a tremendous experience for all of us. We've great flight down, great hotel, great meals, and thank you, Las Vegas, for this fabulous weather.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, soccer aside, we've had a fabulous time. Now, the tournament itself has been just a great experience for the girls. We're really pleased with how they played over the 3 games. This was not our best game, but in our 2 previous matches, I think our kids were deserving to win. We drew twice, but nevertheless, the kids played very well, and we've seen some growth and development just over the 3 days we've been here. They're moving the ball. They're playing more as a more cohesive team. Their heads are up. They're thinking more, and this is probably the best teams we've played all year, and I think our kids responded very well.
Yeah. Well, it definitely was fun to watch from our angle, and I could see great things for you guys coming up in the future. I guess you got a couple other coaches here that want to say a couple words, and you are?
John Nickel.
Okay, John, your perspective of this tournament.
Excellent tournament, a lot of fun. Girls, families, just a real bringing together of everybody, and just a fun time and a great experience for the kids. Okay. It's their first time in a tournament like this, down this far, so they've embraced it and just gone with it. It's really good. Good to see.
It really is. The parents?
They're so supportive. They're enjoying themselves. We have late meeting at night, to go over strategies with maybe a little beverages and so we have a lot of fun that way, and a great experience. And I think tonight we'll probably go down and visit the Strip.
Okay. have some fun before you go back home. And you are?
Rod Sampson.
Okay. Rod, talk about your thoughts about this tournament and the whole experience coming down.
Oh, it's been a fantastic tournament. I was really pleased with the caliber of soccer, and I was really pleased with the team that we tied the first 2 games. This was a very tough game today, and that's why I kind of expected that the competition would be very, very strong, and I'm really proud of the girls. They did a great game.
anything that you're going to, maybe take from this tournament and, give to the kids in the future?
Well, I think the one thing is just for the team bonding. I think this was a great trip for the team to gel and get to know each other a lot more. So I think the girls, personally, I think they're going to build from that. Other than that, I think the girls are just learning, and when you play a tougher team, that's how you're going to learn. So I think at the end of the day, when we go back home to Vancouver, I think our girls are ready to go next week and have a successful rest of the season. So.
Okay, I'm going to hand it to your team manager. Let her go ahead and say some words.
Hi there. This was a great experience. We just wanted to thank the City of Las Vegas and the Mayor's Cup. They put on a fabulous event. The girls, the families all enjoyed themselves, and it was just a great experience.
And the weather was pretty good this time.
Unbelievable. It's cold, raining back home, so it was definitely a fantastic experience, yeah.
Well, I'm going to say one thing. The Canadian soccer experience continues to get better and better, and we really appreciate we've had a couple of teams now call us out and have us film them, and it's been a joy. It really has. And I wish you guys safe travels going back home, and hey, enjoy the Olympics.
Thanks so much.
And so that's going to do it here from the Kellogg-Zaire Sports Soccer Complex, where you saw the final score was 3-0 or 3-0, as they call it in soccer, in favor of the Central Valley Soccer Academy, the Cyclones, over the Semiahmoo Stingrays. And from British Columbia, they played a fantastic match. The scoring, as I mentioned before, I wanted to clear that up for you. Alicia Nishikawa scored for CBSA, Alexis Campama, and also Rebecca Weimer. That's going to do it, and we hope that you enjoyed all the action. And I'm Greg G.K. Porter for Dan, the man on the camera, Dan Turnbull, for LandrymanProductions.com, saying take care of yourself, have a safe trip home, and as always, save this one on the hard drive. God bless, and take care now.